What's going on YouTube? VGS247 here, back with another Steam Deck video. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on unsupported titles on the Steam Deck. So the first title we're going to get into is Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight is rated as unsupported, obviously, that's the title of the video. But honestly, I don't know why this game is unsupported. I've played it several hours. I had 0 issues, and you'll see in the video, and it'll be playing in the background, that there are frame spikes, but that's not going to categorize a game as unsupported. You know, unsupported will be, you know, it's got like the game crashes at certain points. You can't run it in no version of Pro Time. Like some titles won't work because anti-cheat software. This game doesn't have any of those issues. And I don't know if Valve hasn't got a chance to test this game out or what. A lot of times when you see unsupported, it'll show games the reason. Not a lot of times, but some of the times when you see why a title is rated as unsupported, it'll tell you the reason why, and sometimes it's in regards to anti-cheat software not being supported. This game obviously doesn't have that issue. Like I said, everything that I've tested in Batman Arkham Knight has worked just fine. Whether it's been DLC, the challenge maps, and then the regular campaign, I have had 0 issues running this on the Steam Deck. So if you are looking for, you are interested in buying Batman Arkham Knight, and you see that it's unsupported for those who don't have a Steam Deck or have a Steam Deck and notice that it's unsupported, go ahead and test it out. The game runs just fine. No issues. If you find any issues, feel free to write me a comment in this video and let me know. But like I said, as far as I know, this game works fine.
Something's changed. Scarecrow's getting scarier, like he's looking forward to something.
The next title is going to be Halo the Master Chief Collection. Now, this game, I can kind of understand why it's rated as unsupported, but it does work, especially in the campaign and like the horde modes. But if you saw when I was launching the game, it shows 2 different ways to launch it, with anti-cheat on and with anti-cheat off. You cannot run this game with anti-cheat on because this game is not supported. This game's anti-cheat is not supported on the Steam Deck. So if you try to launch it with the anti-cheat software on, you're gonna get an error. But if you run it with anti-cheat software off, you're gonna have no issues. You're just gonna be able to run. You'll be able to play all the campaigns, and I forget the name of the mode, but it's a type of horde mode. You can run that, but you will not be able to play multiplayer whatsoever. Even if once you get it to launch with anti-cheat software off. But like I said, single player, the campaigns, they work just fine. And so far, from what I've seen in the horde mode, they work just fine as well.
You all ready to butt heads?
All hands, report to the battle. Habitat Alpha.
Line him up, sir.
That got him.
Sir, my orders are to stay here. Hey, man, if I get shot, make sure to give me lots of drugs.
Brace for impact.
There you go, sir. A little effort. Death is upon you.
I need a squad of Habitat Alpha ASAP.
Nicely done.
The next title is going to be Max Payne 3. Why this game is rated as unsupported, I'm not sure. Maybe it has something to do with the game's multiplayer, but I couldn't get anybody to join a multiplayer match. Obviously, the game is old, so like I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even play multiplayer in this anymore. But the single player works completely fine. I've had zero issues playing this game in single player. So this is another title that's got me a little stumped by why it's rated as unsupported. You know, like I said, maybe they haven't got a chance to test it, but there's no description as to why. It just literally just says unsupported, and Valve hasn't tested it yet. So, or I forget the wording, but it definitely says unsupported, and not sure what it says afterwards. But like I said, this is another game where a single player, just like the Halo, the Master Chief play, single player works completely fine. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to test multiplayer. Maybe I'll be able to do that sometime in the future, and then check it out from there. But as far as I can tell, this game works just fine.
It was hard seeing Brewer go out like that, but I got to thinking, it was what he was waiting for, a chance to make a difference. At least that's what helps me sleep at night. Scramble away from what's left of your life over dead bodies and a few loose roof tiles. If I thought things through, I may have sat down and let myself burn right there. Newark Airport. Get right on the Pulaski, pal. Don't look down.
Let's look alive. We're gonna get this prick. Come on, I wanna hear some motivation. Let's go.
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
I heard something.
Up
there!
Up where?
Up there!
What you bitching? You need some help there, brother?
I needed help 5 minutes ago.
You look like you were doing fine.
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel that way.
Well, you ain't lost it. Hey, it looks like there might be a way down to the wreck up here.
There were wrecks all around, and not the kind you fix up for a weekend project. These were the wrecks you crossed the road to avoid.
Next game up is Legend Ball. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I could swear this game was actually rated as playable, and I think it got downgraded. But this is another game where I'm not sure why the rating is what it is as unsupported. Now, you're gonna see in the gameplay that there are like times where the frames and stuff spike, like I think it's in between plays, like the frames will just randomly drop. Like you'll see it in the frame time is in the frame rate, where it'll go from a lock 60 to like down to like 20. I don't know why it does that, but I mean everything else I've tested, like I played like exhibition, I think I've done season mode, I think I tried franchise on the Steam Deck. It all works perfectly fine. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I think that it was rated playable at first, and then it got downgraded to unsupported. I could be wrong, but I thought for sure this game was rated playable before. But you'll see in the video that this game works just fine.
We'll kick the ball.
Let's go, kick team.
Next up is NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. Now, this game gave me a little bit of a hard time, and I kept the first time it crashed on me in the video so you could see. Because, you know, you'll sometimes if you try to support a game, this might happen to you. You might get a situation where one version of Proton might launch, but then you get to a certain point in the game and it'll crash, and you might have to switch to a different version of Proton. I actually tried like I think 3 or 4 different versions of Proton for this game, and finally like the 4th one worked. But sometimes this will happen with unsupported games. So this game, okay, I guess I can kind of understand maybe why this is ranked as unsupported, because it doesn't work perfectly out of the box. But you know, once I got it to work, everything worked just fine. You know, I played a full exhibition game. You'll see it in the video, and you know, it worked perfectly fine. There were no frame dips or anything. Nothing weird happened. And the game played just fine. But you know, other than that, like I said, other than the fact that I had a little bit of a problem getting it to run at first, and you can see right here, I'm changing the version of Proton. The game worked just fine. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I switched it. I'm not sure what version I played. Put it on. I'll probably put it down in the description. You can see, but you know, like I said, after, and this is the part of the video where I got it to work. But after I figured out which version of Proton worked fine, it got it to work. I had no issues with it.
We have brought the game to San Francisco for today's matchup. I don't know who was in charge of scheduling this, but we've got a guy with a jackhammer right behind one of the baskets. Hey, buddy, can you give it a rest for a few minutes?
The game has begun.
Run, Forrest, run! Super Street. Stackhouse. Bang, bang! Velvety smooth at the hoop. Mozgov. Stackhouse. What made you think you could do that? $2 for $1. Play. Offensive rebound. Serbiak. He chunked up a brick. Mozgov. Stackhouse. Oh, the razzle-dazzle. Slip right by. Oh, his ankles. Defense is on him like glue. Del Negro. Craft the rebound. Defense is slowing down this drive. Grabs the board and finds the open man. He put him on skates. Clunker from downtown. Rebound and pass.
One more minute to play. Better get it done now.
superpower lottery pick. All your stats are maxed out. Serbiak. Take another shot. Boom goes the dynamite. Stackhouse. Smackdown.
They were starting to leave the game. Now they're coming back in.
Defense is running down that shot clock. Defense is like a wall holding back that drive. Mozgov. Was that a shot or a pass? The defense is really controlling the pace here. Street. Serbiak. The rebound and kick out to his teammate. You knew that wasn't happening.
Another rebound.
Okay, so next is Spec Ops The Line. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with it being unsupported or anything, but I recently discovered this game, I think maybe like earlier this year, and I never played. I heard about it. It's actually a pretty good game. I kind of recommend, you know, anybody who seems interested, if you watch the gameplay, you like what you see, you know, check it out. You might catch it on sale. But as far as it being unsupported, I've played it for a few hours, and so far there's been no issues. I think this game has a multiplayer component too, but there's no way in the world I get that to work, especially because this game is very old. I think this is older than Max Payne 3. I'm almost 100% sure it is. But from my so far playing like I think 3-4 hours of this game, I'm not sure, forget, but I've had zero issues, you know, running it. It runs just fine. There's like, and you see there was like a little bit of a frame dip like at the beginning of the cutscene, but other than that, the game runs, I think, at like a lock 60. So not sure why it's rated as unsupported, but you know, this is another game. Like the whole point of the video is to show you, if you see an unsupported game, don't worry, don't be afraid to test it. Like if you're new to the Steam Deck, it might work. Like this is another title that's rated unsupported, it works perfectly fine. But then you do have some unsupported titles that you'll try and they will absolutely not work. This is definitely not one of them. And all the titles in this video so far, they've all worked as being ranked as unsupported.
At least we know one agent is still alive.
More than one, actually. If the 33rd's broadcasting this shit, it's for a reason.
Think it's bait?
Hooked us.
Fair.
Signal's coming from down there. Way down.
33rd's dangling a long line. Time to reel it in.
You know this is a trap.
Absolutely. The whole city's gone crazy. Daniels might be our only hope of sorting this mess out.
Water, please. First tell me why you made contact with the local population. What? I don't know what you mean.
Follow me.
Sounds like Agent Daniels is enjoying his stay in Camp Truth. I don't care what anyone says. Dubai is still the #1 vacation destination for company men worldwide.
Hey, Bradley, you got any gum?
Here you go. Last piece.
I don't want to take your last piece, dude.
Take it. Stole it off of Benson.
Ah, well, fuck that guy.
No kidding.
It's them.
Heads up, shotgun coming for us!
Get ready! Set up a defensive perimeter now! In the doorway! Watch it, they're moving!
Target down! Bottom floor is swarming with tangos. Move! Need a flashbang on those hostiles! Hey, bitches! Focus your fire! Tango, down for the count! Target's getting antsy! Changing position! Hostile with a shotgun coming our way! Watch yourself! Got one! Hostile coming out of cover! Heads up! Tango, trying to move! Back out! We lost attack cover! Reloading! Cover me! Hostile down! Heading out! Shotgunner! He's moving up! Hostile in the open! I see him moving! Tango, down! Man down! Help him!
Okay, so last title for the video is gonna be Insurgency Sandstorm. Now, this game actually shows a reason as to why it's rated as unplayable or unsupported. I'm sorry, on the Steam Deck, and that's due to the game's anti-cheat software. It says that it's not supported on the Steam Deck. So when I initially saw that, I actually hadn't said, okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna try it. I'll just wait. That's when I first got the Steam Deck, and that's really the point of this video for anybody that's like new, who just got a Steam Deck or who's waiting for their Steam Deck and wondering about unsupported titles. That's the whole point of this video, to tell you like, hey, look, just because a game says it's unsupported doesn't mean it's not gonna work. Just give it a shot and you might be surprised. Every game that I've shown before this, including this, all the games I've shown in this video are ranked as unsupported, but they do work on the Steam Deck. Now you have some situations just like in NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, where it may not work right out the box like some of these other games. Like all these other games, they work just fine. I really didn't have to do any type of tweaking. With NBA Playgrounds, I actually had to change what version of Proton I was running, and I almost got to the point where, okay, I've run through this version, okay, now it's gonna work. Where I actually was wondering if it was actually going to work. But, you know, you'll find situations where you'll play a game, where you'll have a game, and it won't work right away, but then you have situations like this with Insurgency. This game, from my personal experience, I've had no issues. I've ran this game co-op, which you can see right now. I've played player versus player, no issues with that either. And like, this has been a very good experience on Steam Deck. I highly recommend this game if you're into like online multiplayer, military shooters. But you know, for anybody, like I said, for anybody who has a Steam Deck, who just got their Steam Deck and is wondering about unsupported titles, don't be afraid to give it a shot. It might work. You know, for those who don't have a Steam Deck or thinking about getting it, you know, and see stuff about, well, some titles are unsupported. Yeah, it's true. You are gonna have some games that don't work. I actually categorize my games. I have 28 titles that are unsupported. That are ranked as unsupported. Out of the games I think are they installed. It's 28 for what I can remember. 20 titles that are ranked as unsupported in my library, and I think I did what 7 games in this video, and every last one of them worked, and they're ranked as unsupported. So, you know, depending how well this video, maybe I'll try out those titles too, and I'll see, you know, how many of those I can get to work. But, you know, as far as, like I said, you know, give it a shot. You never know. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.